people, and welcome to the World Between Worlds. My name is Matt, and today we're going to be going over the Backlash card. So kind of my predictions and what I think could happen, where I could see stories go from there. Yeah, let's not dilly-dally. Let's get into it. So, the match card has pretty much been confirmed. SmackDown still has to go. I don't think they're going to add any other matches unless they add a Rhea Ripley versus JC Jane match. I don't see them rushing that feud. I feel like that could be later on down the line type of thing. But as for now, we'll start with the confirmed matches of Io Sky versus Asuka. So, obviously, with the removal of Kairi Sane from the storyline, it doesn't make sense at all. They haven't been feuding before this. It has really just been a Io talking to Kairi type of beat that they had gone with, and not really much interaction between Asuka and Io has been had. And I don't know why they're still fighting. I don't know why they let go of Kairi in the first place when they should have finished the feud first and then let her go if they wanted to do that. I don't know the backstage stuff, behind the scenes reason as to why Kairi was released. I mean, reports are saying that she just wanted to move back to Japan. No one knows if that's true other than her. So we're going off of what I do know, and that is that Io Sky is facing Asuka, and they don't have a story here. They're trying to tell a compelling one, and it's not working because it's rushed now, because they don't have any actual, thing to draw on from the past. And they're trying to play up the fact that Asuka has taught Io everything when they really haven't had that much interaction, I guess, in my view. So I don't know. They're doing what they can with this feud. I think it's a waste of a feud. They should have built this up a lot more. Even though, like, in that vignette they had on Raw, they said that this has been building for years. No, it hasn't. It absolutely has not. These two, I don't think, have faced off. Yeah, I don't think they faced off. I could be wrong, but not that I remember. Not this Io and not this Asuka. So, I'm not a fan of this. I think both women are being heavily underutilized. And this storyline deserved to be on WrestleMania. And it's just a shame that it's delegated to a B-tier pay-per-view in Backlash, which still is turning out to be a pretty good card, but it's not a WrestleMania, that's for sure. As for who I think is going to win, I hope Io Sky wins. I think the world of her, and I think that they just need to brush this feud under the rug and move on. I don't know what they do with Asuka after this. I don't know. I'm hoping they move Io to a World Championship picture after this. Or the Intercontinental Championship is actually a great idea. Maybe they continue feuding in the Intercontinental Championship type of picture, where Io maybe goes for Becky again, and again another interference from Asuka continuing the feud I could see happening, and then maybe turning it into a triple threat match of Io versus Asuka versus Becky, and then maybe add in Sol Ruca, so a fatal four-way match, and then we have maybe in that fatal four-way match, Sol Ruca win, and now we have Io versus Sol Ruca for the championship. I don't know, something like that. I think that'd be really cool. I like that Io's kind of floating around a championship picture again instead of doing nothing. So this fits Io very well, and we'll see where it goes from there. So Io Sky wins. Moving on, the United States Championship match between Trick Williams and Sami Zayn. So, as far as I know, it's a singles match. There's no inkling of Carmelo Hayes. That's fine. The death of the Gingerbread Man I don't really have an opinion on it. I think it's just classic WWE storytelling. It is what it is there. I know a lot of people didn't like the gingerbread stuff, as I thought it was a little bit too goofy. I don't mind. I think the match that they have here at Backlash is going to kind of be their redemption story of getting like 6 minutes at Mania. So this is WWE giving them the match that they should have had at WrestleMania, and hopefully letting them go a good 13 to 15 to 17 minutes. These guys can go. Give these guys some time, and then these guys are going to have a great match. I do think the right answer and the right person to be winning this match is, of course, Trick Williams. I think they're doing a fantastic job with him, trying to build him up as a fighting type of United States champion, even though he put an end to the Open Challenge which is fine. There's too many open challenges going on right now. But that's besides the case. Trick Williams is going to win this. As to where they could go from here, put Carmelo Hayes back in the mix. And, you know, another thing that just kind of like, has nothing to do with these guys and isn't going to happen because they're on separate brands, but get Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate out of the masks. You know, have them fine in AAA doing their thing, that's fine, but on the main roster, those two, they need a tag team, and take the masks off, and all of a sudden you have Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, two of the most formidable people in WWE. That's a great tag team. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, but Trick Williams is going to win there. Next, we have Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. So, I don't know when Bronson Reed's gonna get cleared to return. I feel like it won't be here. I don't know. He could still be very so injured. I don't know. Again, I don't know his recovery, but I don't think any type of return or outside interference like that of the Vision coming in is going to really be a factor. I do think maybe like Logan Paul in theory might try to get involved, but again, get chased off by the Street Profits for like the fourth week in a row. Which leaves kind of Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker almost like a good old singles match. I think the right answer is to kind of draw this feud out and culminate it at like SummerSlam, because this is a WrestleMania match, and I do appreciate how fast the turnaround is for them actually doing this match, but they need to have a big stage for this. And Backlash, while it is a bit, it's a pay-per-view or a PLE, it could be absolutely told better and more drawn out, especially if you do throw in a return of a Bronson Reed, right? So maybe we have Braun Breaker versus Seth here and have Braun Breaker win. That's what I would do. I would have Braun win. So my prediction is Braun Breaker wins. Maybe it is due to a Braun Breaker or a Bronson Reed return, which then leads to the next pay-per-view, whatever that is, and maybe that's Seth versus Bronson, and have Seth win that to earn a match back against Breaker, which they could do at SummerSlam. Also on the card, we have The Miz and Danhausen. No, The Miz and what's that dude's face? Kit Wilson versus Danhausen and a mystery partner. As for who the mystery partner is, that is like the main prediction, because Danhausen's going to win. So Danhausen's going to win. As for who I think the mystery partner is, it could be a lot of people. It could be an Obafemi. It could be a Pepsi Phil, a CM Punk. Right now I'm between those two. I could also be a Jelly Roll, but I really don't want to see that. It might be a Jelly Roll, because I know pre-WrestleMania he was scheduled to be at Backlash, so his music schedule is definitely open for that. I don't want it to be a Jelly Roll. I don't care to see him at all. I don't dislike him. I just don't. He adds nothing for it to me. I would like it to be CM Punk. I think that's just a nice little fun gag thing that CM Punk would like to do. I think he'd enjoy the time. And if it is Obafemi, that's another possibility. That could be really funny too. But I think either way, Danhausen's going to win. And I'm going to lock in CM Punk as the guest, or as the surprise partner that he has found. All right, main event time. The World Heavyweight Championship match of Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. So, crazily enough, no Cody on this card, as far as I'm aware. Cody Rhodes not on a PLE. I don't know when the last time that has happened. Might have been like pre his return. Anyway, Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu. I think Roman Reigns wins, despite the reports that he's being told by TKO to kind of renegotiate his deal and cut his money in half. I do think that Roman, he'll re-sign, I'm sure, if it is even being offered to him. And I do think that despite the reports of him maybe not being a full-timer anymore and being more like a part-timer, even though he said he would be, I do think they keep the title on Roman here. I don't think that is something that WWE is willing to kind of drop. They know Roman's a bigger star. They're smart with it. And I do think that here we should get the debut of Zilla Fatu. I don't know Zilla's independent kind of schedule that he has, independent wrestling schedule he has. But if Jacob Fatu is on the phone with Zilla, that could lead to, you know, a great kind of family dynamic. And obviously pulling in bloodline members at a Backlash is kind of what they do. Now, I could see just Jacob Fatu straight up losing this match clean. Roman wins, and then the Monday night after, Zilla Fatu is revealed. That way it's not like Zilla Fatu debuts and doesn't help Jacob, you know what I mean? So maybe they save Zilla for the night after Backlash and have it build to another pay-per-view match, maybe in like Italy. Clash in Italy, I think, is this year, where Roman and Jacob can go at it with Zilla in Jacob's corner and the Usos in Roman's. Just a thought. But I think Roman Reigns wins here. And I'm so happy that Bloodline stuff is back, because this stuff just works for me. It is when Roman Reigns is on TV and when his family is predominant, WWE has a way of just like investing so much time into what they are doing. And so because of that, the effort that they put out and the product that they put out and revolving around the Bloodline stuff is top tier. So alright, that's my Backlash predictions. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm excited to see where this goes, and yeah, I appreciate you.